6:12, we're continuing to explore Idaho's growing winery region. Greg Koenig, to many, is a huge reason behind Sunny Slope's recent success. And he started making wine more than 20 years ago. He explains how that process goes.
A king in his castle. You'll feel like you've transported to a country with royalty here at the Koenig Vineyard's tasting room. Maybe the breathtaking building and terrace isn't a big surprise to many. Greg Koenig originally started as an architect. But for the past 20 years, he's been perfecting wine here in Idaho.
90% of it's done in the vineyard. How much we take care of the vineyards, or how the vineyards are taken care of, or what soil and climate they have, that's really the magic in winemaking.
So for Koenig, it all starts here. Local grapes that are hand-picked. And then fermentation. Greg Koenig says that process takes about 7 to 10 days.
So it goes from grapes to something that can last for decades, just in that quick period of time when all the sugar turns into alcohol.
And then the slow process starts. It's what happens right here within view of the tasting room.
Sometimes when we're open, you can actually see us back here.
Barreling. There are about 600 barrels here, 100 more in another room.
There's about 10,000 cases of wine in here.
Koenig keeps his wine barreled up for about 2 years. And the reason is pretty scientific.
For whatever reason, in this process, only a tiny bit of oxygen makes its way through the wood staves, softening the wine. And during the softening process, molecules start to string together. And the longer the molecule, the more your organoleptic sensory is able to pick up those flavors. So when wine gets older, the longer the molecules get, that's when wine becomes aromatic and interesting.
Basically, the longer it stays in here, the better it tastes and smells. And then from here, Koenig blends some of the wines himself, and then it's bottled. And then every single bottle that goes through here is hand-labeled by Hilda. Some are even hand-dipped in wax. And Koenig says you're not going to want to keep the wine around for too long after you buy it. Actually, he says after about 10 to 20 years, enough oxygen will get through the cork to kind of ruin it. So find yourself a nice, relaxing spot and drink up. Ah.